It's about 7:30. Did my push-ups. A lot of the garden I already started planting. These are my collards. These are more collards. I have collards over there. I think I'm planting one row of kale, and I got maybe about 2, 3 rows left here. The question is, what do you want? How badly do you want it? I guess in the past 2 months, I've definitely given a curveball, and generally, my feeling is rock and roll, live the dream, super excited. I had to go to work today. I'm really not looking forward to that, which is probably the first time in 29 years I'm not looking forward to going to work. I guess I have to really change my mindset. I have to wear a mask. Business is going to be changed around completely, beyond completely. You're not allowed people come in. You're not allowed congregate, and every time you go, you have to be 6 feet apart. I don't know what I really want to talk about it. There's a guy called Dr. Rashid Butter, which I really passed on. He talked about the 6 feet rule, and it's like jujitsu. Everybody does jujitsu. It's really interesting, jujitsu and what's going on today. When you're in jujitsu, you gotta keep, I think, 6 feet apart. You know what it means? You have to you always have to protect yourself. You have to be 6 feet apart. And then when it's ready, you charge him, put your foot underneath his leg and knock him down. That's the 6 foot rule. You have to keep safe. But those who know what they're doing, they're ready to knock you down over top, and things change. They're talking about chips. I know it's most effective when you're 6 feet apart. That's why I don't like people to congregate. Is that an accident? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just walking around my garden, thinking about what's important, what's not. I got maybe about 25 beds. My goal is to increase to maybe 40 or 50. I just saw these things where you put these inflatable raised beds. So every space that's free, like here, I could put 6 raised beds here. Over there is all that wood's coming out. I could put like 20 raised beds there. So that means what I'm preparing to do is raise my own food. You go to supermarkets 5 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago, full shelves. You go today, they're empty. A good portion is empty. What changed? I don't know. And everywhere you go, you see people with masks. You can't see anybody smiling anymore. Impossible to see anybody smiling. Question is, what do you want? Everything I've read, the doctors I listen to says it's basically similar to that of the flu. Same amount of people get killed, same amount of people are affected. But those who are affected, it really makes a hardship. 73 years old, I'm keeping myself strong. I did my 300 push-ups. I'm now doing jiu-jitsu with a guy who weighs like 60 pounds more than I did, 47 years younger. I'm now doing the garden, exercising, rebounding. Start my boxing, rock climbing. Probably continue that for a little bit. Rock climbing, boxing tonight at 73. Jiu-jitsu at 72. Wearing a mask, first time in 29 years. And health officials and those in the know really gotten hold of this and really scared of people. They're really scared of people. You know, it means they're really scared of people. They're afraid of being near each other. What does that mean? What does that mean to American society? And 6 feet apart. And 6 feet apart is the magic number for the chip to work. So they can spot you and identify you. No football games. Right now, only 1% of the population is affected. And by the way, I just saw a thing about the homeless. They may have the COVID virus. They're really asymptomatic. I don't know why. was wondering, I figured the homeless would drop like flies, but it's hitting nursing homes. And I can understand that. Besides the poor diet, besides the medication, the stress of being around people with masks is like unbelievable. It bothers me too. When I go around and see all these people with masks, and they're in fear. Fear got to be a major factor in your health. It has to be, and not to wear a freaking mask all day. I wore a mask yesterday for, oh my gosh, in the store. I had to take it off. It's just too much. Imagine people work all day. Well, how do they feel? People who are suicidal prone, they're thinking about it. I'm telling you that right now, they're thinking about it. Drugs, alcohol, abuse, all that's going up. Unemployment, 22 million people unemployed. That's a fear there. Where do you weigh it? Where do you weigh it? Where do you weigh it? Most of the people are affected are people with poor immune system. That's a known fact. In Italy, it came out to be 99% of people had a pre-illness. Just saw that on Santa Clara, California. It's 1%. So those people in Pennsylvania, it's a little less than 0.5% of people are affected. Health officials, they're going to. I have a store, my whole store has to change. Which means it's not a gathering point, it's a place to eat and get out as fast as you can. Eat, get out as fast as you can. If you do come in, you have to wear a mask. Now, friends, do you want to live like this? This is the bottom line. Do you want to live like this? Do you want to live like this? When the statistics do not support the fear. From everything I've read. Dr. Listen, Dr. Shiva, Dr. Rashid Butter, I think it's Tony Buttram, Dr. Colin Campbell. I'm not sure what he said or not, but he did mention that, the virus. And my own personal self, everything I've studied, everything I've researched, things happen. If I would have kept American diet, I'd be dead. No doubt I'd be dead. No doubt I'd be dead today. No doubt. No doubt I have 120 million people have heart disease. No doubt I'll be one of them. And I'd be freaking out. You know what I mean? I'd be freaking out. I'd be worried. That's the way it is. I'd be freaking out and worried if I continue my American standard diet. Think about it. If I continue, which means my brain won't be operating at 100%. Maybe too much glue in there. So most of the people out there don't think like I do. They don't. Most of the people out there kind of accept what's going on and realize they've given up their freedoms, they've given up their rights, and think that to stay alive they have to wear a mask, not change their diet at all, stay 6 feet apart, not change their diet. Whatever the government says, they listen to, and that's the way it is. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. What I do is I have a hard time with this. I'm always looking to see how I look. I have a hard time with this. So I have to see what my next move will be. I don't know. Definitely don't know. What do you want? How badly do you want it? What do you want? How badly do you want it? This you think is the new norm? Then that's the new norm. If you don't think it's the new norm, then you really have to share your thoughts with everyone to be the light and spirit that veganism is the way, no doubt. Raw food is the key. In my opinion, most seafood is the key, no doubt. But most people won't do it. Although when I first started, 30 years ago, veganism was, actually I started, 20 years ago I became a vegan. It was not too popular. And now it's pretty much popular, just not more people are doing it. But there's a magic number. And once that magic number is hit, and that's why I continue being a light, because I know most people who don't think like I do also are very doubtful they want to live in this type of environment. They don't. They think it's crazy. The average person I talk to. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling on. Boom, 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 rock and roll. Super excited. Living a dream. Stay tuned. Bye.